Oh man. Okay, so it's the next day. It is late. It is almost 10 o'clock. Um, the world outside is insane and going completely batshit crazy. Social media is a fucking nightmare. And video games are the safest place to be right now. I'm not playing online, so I'm still relatively safe, at least from being racism. Mm, I'm gonna say a short piece about what I feel about all the stuff that's because it's current. Well, you'll see the date. It's 9:45 a.m. May 29th, 2020. Mm. Yeah. All right. So I'm close to getting the shop built. To get the shop built, you do have to earn Nook miles so you can buy a ticket. Like a plane ticket to go to a random island. Oh hey, my peach trees blooms. Awesome stuff. And my orange tree is bloomed. Oh fuck, who the hell are you? That's a fucking camel. Hello. You are calling me Sahara, for it is the name I have carried for as long as I have carried these rugs. I bring these rugs from my home, which is far, to help you decorate your home, which is near. I have small rugs, large rugs, and rugs of the medium space between. The design is seen after buying. I also have mysterious flooring and wallpaper. Oh, how surprising you will find it. Are you ready to buy? Actually, I don't want a rug. Yeah, medium. Yes, medium. Mm. Oh, it's a random. Oh, it's randocious. All right, cool. I have exchange tickets as a bonus for. Mm, okay. Oh yeah, yeah, baby, yeah. Hope you will buy again. I just hope the tickets tempt you. That's what's up. Yeah, I do have stuff in my stuff in my mailbox. I don't have anything in my inventory. What up, girl? What? What? I gave her like a weird French accent. That's actually a tree I just planted. Like it was a full tree and I just fucking planted it. Ah, shit. I don't have a fucking net. Oh, god damn. Like, do I have... God damn. I don't do that. I say, god damn. Shucks. Hopefully I can get this rug, this net built in time. Sorry. Oh, right. I gotta build the fucking Nah. So the stuff that's been going on outside, it's cray cray. The Floyd George, I think that was his name, the guy who got killed by that cop. The cop who killed him has been arrested, not explicitly charged. Yeah, it's gone. At least as far as I can tell, it's gone. Yeah, the cops have been charged, but I can't exactly tell you if he got arrested. Look, as a black person, I don't condone the way people respond to stuff like this. Like, I am a firm believer that if black people want more respect from other races, we have to start respecting each other more. And again, as a black person who has lived in black communities my entire life, I'm telling you that's not happening. Black people do not really get down like that. Being decent to each other ain't really in the majority's wheelhouse. I'm not trying to say that all of them are terrible, but I mean, the reality is that every race has its shit people. Every single race has its people that are completely trash. Oh, cherry tree. When I die, bury me. Hang my balls from a cherry tree. And black people are no different. Like, no one wants to like accept that. More specifically, black people don't want to accept that. I don't know how else to cope with the concept. Again, as a kid, going to like the town I live in is not predominantly black, but the majority of friends I've had over the years have always been black. Yeah, most of my friends have always been black. I do have white friends, as y'all know, like, if there's a white dude, and like I'm closer to him than I am most humans. And when it comes down to it, like I do hold him and his opinion of stuff, and just like him as a person, I hold him higher than the average black person. And you know, the way black people seem to like respond to stuff like that is, in my opinion, stupid. Black people are just as racist as some racist white people are. And that's something most of them will never accept, which is in and of itself dumb. They don't want to accept the fact that, like, well, yeah, we can be racist. A lot of people will say, well, black people can't be racist. No, it's racism. To treat somebody negatively because of who they are, like because of their race, as opposed to like who they are as a person, that's racism at its best. And I experienced that. I've seen other people go through it. I don't care for it. Obviously I don't care for it. It's dumb to me. It's never gonna not be dumb to me. I think it's important that we stop doing that. Like, I don't know how else to put it. I have seen via Facebook and like other social media platforms, I have seen countless black people justify terrible actions committed by other black people, quote unquote, because of the actions of other bad people. I find that to be repugnant. The idea that you can justify doing something bad because someone else did it is dumb as fuck to me. The heck is this? Is that a caterpillar? A bagworm. Okay, I've never heard of that before. Alright. But like you talk about the whole idea of like, well, why are you rioting and burning down your own, city? That's dumb. And I've heard people like say, well, Klansmen used to burn down churches and stuff, blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, that doesn't. What's the argument there? The Klan did it, so it's okay. I've heard a lot of people say that like rioting is justifiable because when black people were trying to peacefully protest, people took issue with it. That's again dumb, because just because they find fault in the thing you're doing that's right doesn't mean the smart thing to do is to then do the wrong thing. Because ultimately what that says is, I didn't get what I wanted, so now I'm going to act out like a child and do stupid things and dangerous things and risk the lives of me and whoever else I need to get what I want. And like I completely agree that the thing we want is something we shouldn't have to really work hard to get, because ultimately we just want to be treated like people, and we have a hard time experiencing that. And it just is what it is. A lot of black people are racist, not just toward other white people. They're racist toward the majority of people. A good chunk of black people are racist. Like they're racist toward many other races, but they are also widely homophobic. Black people definitely fear the things they don't know. It's why a lot of them are afraid to try new things or afraid to go certain places, because it's quote unquote not something black people do, which is, a good way to stifle all creativity and just who you are. It stunts your growth as a human, and I hate it. I hate it with a passion. It changes your outlook of, is that Wisp? It's not. Like, it changes your outlook on, like, being a kid and being told you're not allowed to like certain music or do a certain thing or act a certain way because, that's not what black people do, is frustrating. It's upsetting because it really does set you apart. It forcefully sets you apart from everybody else. And thought I saw something. And I don't care for that. I mean, obviously I don't care for that. It's a good chunk of the reason why like a lot of us are supposedly Christians, because it's what our parents were and it's what they were forced to be, so they don't know anything different. But and like I realize like my take on stuff like this makes me seem like anti-black. It makes me seem like Uncle Tom. It makes me seem like a race traitor. I can't stress how much I don't fucking care about the opinion of somebody who genuinely feels that black people are supposed to be in a specific lane and we're supposed to do a certain thing. Because if you're in a situation like that and you can see white people or Japanese people or German people, British or whatever, Canadians telling you that like, hey, it's cool, like we don't care. Like I don't care for the idea that that's how they choose to go about it. Like, if what I'm saying makes any sense. I don't care that no matter how many other races may try their best to include us or like defend against us, defend us. Like, it'll always like turn into this refusal to accept. And I feel like when it comes to stuff like this for sure, we have to learn to, one, start showing each other respect. We have to stop, we have to stop looking at other black people as with like, I don't know how to describe it. Black people have like since I was a kid, especially in the '90s, like there was always a an issue with shit. There was always like you get made fun of for oh shit for being too dark. You get made fun of for like how big your nose was or anything like that. Basically, you get made fun of for your natural black features, like your hair being nappy or anything like that. And it's like, and my favorite part about like people making fun of your hair being nappy, it was only ever people who either had long permed hair or people who had a low cut. Like they couldn't have nappy hair. And like, I always found that like very like as an adult, I'm just like, that's weird. But that's the world we live in. It doesn't matter what we think. It's ingrained in us in a like for a certain to act a certain way. And like I have seen so many people like on social media asking a question that isn't genuine. It's a question that they're asking so that they can because it sounds good and other people have asked it and they want to like get attention. And that's the one thing I hate about this time, like when this stuff happens, more so than the actual actions themselves, is people use these horrific events, like dude getting murdered, like dude getting choked to death basically with the cop's knee on his back neck. Like what happened to him wasn't right by any stretch of the imagination. Was it right? But to choose to then decide all cops are bad, like what was it? Some what was the fucking thing that they're like the only good cop is a dead cop, and it didn't say the only, it just said only good cop is a dead cop. It's stuff like that I hate. Like it, like they want to say that like black people want to say that it's not fair for them to claim that they feel threatened for their lives when they come around us or whatever. It's like, well, again, the stuff that no black person ever wants to admit to is that black people are a danger to anybody and everybody around them almost all the time. Every black person isn't like this. I'm avoiding saying a different word because I don't mean black people as in African Americans. I mean a very specific sector of black. Like there's a very specific type of black person who is a danger to himself and everybody around him. Like the number of that blathers no. The number of black people who have black children for sure who have been murdered because of a stray bullet coming through their window because of a gang shootout. People fighting over territory that they do not have. That they do not have any like claim to whatsoever. It's frustrating in and of itself. Like it happens a lot. Like black people kill a lot of black people. It's again, and it's something that when people bring that up, when people ask like, okay, well, how come is it that black people don't seem, if Black Lives Matter, why don't all black people seem to value their own lives? Like, why is that not a thing? And they always seem to like try to justify why they do what they do, and I don't understand that because it doesn't seem like it is. They always ignore the obvious questions. It's like, well, if you don't like when this happens, why is it constantly happening in your neighborhood and y'all don't seem to have any issue with it? And it deflects into, well, just because like, well, that's not helpful. Like that's not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about what could happen or what does or doesn't happen. We're talking about why is it that you can find fault in what someone else does when you yourself do it all the time. Now, by all means, if we're talking about like, if you have a coke addiction and you're like, yeah, don't fucking do cocaine. It's bad for you. Like that's one of those things that people should listen to you about because you've done cocaine. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. Like if other white people are like, you should stop killing black people who are definitely unarmed and doing nothing. It's a bad look for all of us. Stop doing that. You should probably, as a white person, you should probably listen. Being facetious, you should fucking listen. And there's not really much else to be said about that. But when you ask black people about like, well, how come it is that in your neighborhoods when things are so bad, you learn to deal with it, but when like a white cop kills you, why is it more important to you guys that a black wow, really? Why is it like cuz I personally don't give a shit if a black cop kills me or a white cop kills me. Like I don't like personally I wouldn't care. What the fuck? That'd work. Like if a white cop kills me, that's gonna upset me, but at the same time, I'm just gonna be up. Well, I wouldn't be upset, but you know what I'm saying. The idea that if one of my friends was killed by a white or black cop, or a Mexican cop, or a Japanese cop, I don't give a fuck what color cop was. I'm upset that my friend's dead. Like that's all that matters to me. But hey, that's me. That's how I respond to the situation. Like it doesn't seem to be that important to other people. Like, what am I getting at? What am I? Because I'm blabbering, just rambling because I'm trying to play the game and do this at the same time. What I'm saying is, there's a lot of rules in most hoods, and like when I say hood, I mean like a bad neighborhood. Like, there's rules in most hoods that people have to like abide by to live where they live. Like it's simply like, you know, don't go on this side of the street. Don't wear this color. Don't talk to this kind of person. Like there's a lot of rules that we have to abide by in order to live unmolested. And I completely understand. It's like, well, that's different, you know, and that's where we live. Like, no, it shouldn't be different because it's fucking awful. It sucks. I was like, yeah, like being racially profiled and being forced to like have to pull over on the side of the road because you're a black dude driving in a relatively like nice or bad car is trash among trash. It super sucks. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but what I am saying is that that same hatred that we have toward white people when they treat us like shit should extend to the black dude in your black chicks in your neighborhood who act like wild fucking animals on a day-to-day basis. Like it shouldn't stop. Like racism shouldn't be the reason that you stand up for someone. Hopefully that makes sense. Like racism shouldn't be the reason you're like trying to find a like I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like don't let racism be the everything. Okay, I want that. It was like, yeah, that shouldn't be a thing. Like don't let racism be the reason that you suddenly have a fit over something like that. Like it's silly to me. Um, and I can definitely say that I have watched many African Americans, many black people sit and like justify all the terrible stuff that's been going on because, well, when white people did it, like that's a dumb fucking thing to say. Fuck me sideways, that's stupid. Like the idea that, well, when they were stuff and then things, it's like, shut the fuck up. That is so goddamn dumb. It's like, well, they're like killing us, so just because we kill each other doesn't mean you should kill us. It's like, no, you're fucking right. It doesn't mean that they can. It doesn't mean that they should. Definitely doesn't mean that they should be okay with it. But it does mean that if you act so fucking upset over one of them killing you for nothing, the exact same anger should be leveled at at your same fucking race. Because by not only do like does it happen, like not only okay. Like, not only do you like fucking get mad about it, I'm trying to like segue into the no snitching policy. Yeah, I'm trying to segue into the no snitching policy, and the reason I'm trying to segue into that is because like the no snitching rule basically states that a black person in your neighborhood can be a murderer, a pedophile, or a killer, and you can be all aware. You can be completely aware of their actions. But if the police come around and somebody wants to like if you want to like help get justice, you're not allowed to. You're supposed to be quiet. Because not only if you do that, like the rest, like your life can now be in danger, but like, well, that's it. If you help, like if you snitch, if you tell the police anything that you know about these people, like your life can be in danger, and that's fucking stupid. Like they scream that they want justice for like these people who've been murdered by these cops, but at the same time, like we are part of a community, a self-imposed rule that you're not allowed to snitch. Like they dragged 6ix9ine through the mud for snitching on his friends, but they want justice. You don't want justice. You want to play favoritism. You want what am I looking for? What was I say? You want freedom to fuck up. You want to be exempt from the rules and you're not. And the thing is, like, yeah, we get heavier times for the same crimes that white people do, but like it's not fair. That doesn't justify acting out. If you were a child and you got in trouble, I mean, some of y'all did. Let's be real. Some of y'all did. Like when you got in trouble as a kid, instead of learning that, oh, I can't do this or I'll get a whooping or I'll be punished, you acted out even worse because you were punished. That's what the riots are. The riot, like all of you people are just children acting out because you didn't get what you wanted. And to be fair, like you didn't even want it until you didn't have it. Like it's not a problem for y'all when black people get murdered. It's a problem for y'all when white people kill black people. And I personally don't think anybody should have to worry about that. You shouldn't get used to hearing gunshots in your neighborhood. You shouldn't get used to seeing crack vials in the streets. You shouldn't know what a dope boy or a corner boy is. This isn't stuff that's positive, like whatsoever. And stop fucking blaming, and the fact that you could say all black people, all cops are bad cops, including black ones. Even black cops are terrible. It's fucking stupid. To say all white people is racist is fucking stupid because it literally flips around the idea that black people are dangerous. You're saying that they shouldn't think that way about us and they shouldn't treat us this way, but then you say you do exactly what they do. We have to choose to be better than the people who treat us like shit, because as soon as we change the way the world sees us, if they try to continue murdering us, at least in my opinion, at least I hope that if they continue to try to murder us but we turn into a better people, it's harder for people to justify killing an unarmed black man when the average black person is just a normal everyday citizen. Like they're not out. They don't dress like they don't dress like criminals. They dress like they want to be respected or whatever the fuck. They don't look ghetto. You don't have to do that shit. Like you don't like y'all talk about how funny white people look when they wear fucking like the Karen hairstyle and the spray tan and all that. That's how you stupid bitches be looking with fake ass hair in your head, long ass nails, bright ass makeup. That's how you dumb ass dudes be looking with your fucking belts wrapped around your motherfucking thighs with your ass hanging out. You look just as dumb as they do. It's like you're not better than them. They're not better than us by far, but you're not better than them. But a lot of you motherfuckers want to believe that you are better than them. You're fucking not. Not by any stretch of the imagination are you better than them. I'm going to change the design on this hat yet again. 30 fucking minutes. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I want to fucking apologize for it. Nobody's going to see this. But yeah, it is what it is. If you're black and you think everything I said is wrong, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You're the problem. You're the reason we get shot. Like to negate someone saying racism is bad, you're a fucking moron. You're an idiot. To try to justify violence and like acting like a fucking lunatic out in the streets. If you're like, well, no, there's no well. It was wrong. Don't do that. You say that they treat us like we're animals. Then why would you go out after getting angry, burn down your own neighborhood? Why would you set things on fire? You now look like an animal. You now 100% seem like the uncaged beast they claim you are. Whereas if you just learned how to peacefully protesting wasn't working. You wanted hundreds of years of oppression and bullshit to stop because a football player got on one fucking knee. You dumbass. That ain't how it works. You have to keep at the shit. One of the fucking most offensive things I saw today was somebody talking about how was a picture of Martin Luther King talking about being peaceful and blah 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 blah. Well, it's time to try something else. I felt like, you know what? If that dude could come back from the grave, he should slap the fuck at you and show you what it's like to not be peaceful. Should be, because you just basically said he died for nothing. His way was dumb. It's like, look, you want the world to change overnight, you fucking millennials. Want the fucking world to change overnight. The way they used to treat us is much worse than it is now. Over time, it will change. But you have to be patient. You cannot act like a fucking toddler. You cannot not act like a child because you didn't get what you wanted. And goddamn, stop killing each other. Stop rioting every time you get upset. Just stop doing nigga shit.